Mr. Hollein, you've been on the position of director for 6 years and CEO for 1.5 years. Post-pandemic, we are thrilled to see visitor numbers surpassing expectation. How does the attendance compare to pro-COVID?
So the Met is currently being visited by about 6 million visitors a year. That's, of course, a very broad and diverse audience. It's New Yorkers who visit us, people from all around the United States, but of course, a huge component is also international visitors. We have seen a rebound, of course, of our visitorship right after COVID, and it's building up. I would say that international tourism, of course, is the one part that always takes a bit longer to recover. So I think that New York is, of course, fully back. We see a very diverse audience, and we look forward to sharing this with more people. We had about 7 million visitors before COVID. We are now at about 6 million visitors. It's gonna probably take another year or two until international visitorship all around the globe is back to where it was before.
Yeah, since you just mentioned international visitors remain a smaller portion of the mass audiences, do you have any new plan this year to attract more international visitors?
I think it's about this is all about the attraction also of New York, and also the attraction of being a place where you can experience current life. I mean, New York is a very contemporary city, but you also can experience New York as a hub of the cultures of the world coming together. New York is a melting pot. New York is based on a lot of history, a lot of Asian history. We have Asian Americans here. We have many people from many different areas who built New York, who represent New York, who make New York what it is. So in that sense, I think it's a place that you should and can visit, and it's always going to be your home away from home as a city, and the Metropolitan Museum as a museum for sure.
An article in the New York Times highlight your dedication in expanding the definition of contemporary art by including more global works. What challenges have you faced in the process?
I think it's important for us to show the art of our time in the most global way possible, and to make sure that we reflect what artists are doing and how they see the world, how they represent the world in many different ways. And it's obvious that basically, as an institution based here, you probably are closest tied to artists who are living and working within your environment. So it's even more important that we invite, so to say, other artists' work here to enter the dialogue, to be part of the discourse, to foster and deepen the understanding. In that context, yes, Tongangzi's works are basically an invitation also, not only for the artist, but an invitation by the artist to understand more, to engage more, to see something that basically people are not so used to.
Mr. Hollein, you have such rich experience in museum operation. I'm curious, is there a market competition among museums worldly?
Well, I think that on the one hand, we are all colleagues, and we are institutions that all serve a common goal, and we share and we support each other. And so I don't want to see this as a competition at all. On the other hand, sometimes we want to make sure that we are ambitious, of course. We want to make sure sometimes that we are the first ones to show something like this, or that we want to make sure that we show something in a very special way, right? And so I think we follow, of course, what each other are doing, how we kind of basically can support each other, but also sometimes how we can be motivated of going, okay, I see this institution is doing this, maybe we can do something in response to that. So I think it's a very healthy conversation, a discourse, a friendship that unfolds with it. And from time to time, maybe we see, especially here in New York, we want to make sure that the donor supports this institution a little bit more than the other, and so I think that there's a healthy way of engaging in a way. Yeah.
During pandemic, I noticed the Met even produce a service, free parking for visitors' bike.
Right.
What a thoughtful gesture. From your perspective, what small but impactful actions can museum take in order to shorten the distance or to say more deeply related to the public?
I think that a museum is really a place that you not only should feel at home, but it has to be comfortable. It has to be a place that's accessible, that invites you with open arms. So that has to do, on the one hand, how we are able to prepare you already for the visit, how we can share with you through videos, through other digital means, how you can kind of already, how you can inform yourself already about certain themes or subjects before you come here. And then when you come here, that we have facilities that basically allow you to have a richer experience as a visitor. We also, for example, have what we call the 81st Street Studio, which is basically our place for our youngest audience, where 3-year-olds can explore material, sounds, art making in that context. And so if you come here...
I saw it on the first floor.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Near the entrance.
If you come there with children and you have an experience with them, and then you can go to the gallery. So it's kind of a richer experience as a whole. We do a lot also working with communities within New York City and outside. I'm an Austrian, and I worked for a long time in Germany. So a lot of Germans actually wrote to me and back then said, congratulations, you're becoming the director of the Met. The Met is my favorite museum.